Hey guys, it's Katrina again. I just got on here to talk to you guys for a minute about walking in your purpose. And you may hear that a lot, but I was thinking the other day, I really feel like I'm walking in my purpose, the purpose that God has for me. Like I feel like I'm here. It is really I'm really here. It is an awesome feeling. The other day, when I think about walking in purpose, it took a lot of at church we've been talking about sanctification. And I go to Refuge and Restoration Church, in case you didn't know. So Pastor um, Ken was talking about, we've been talking about sanctification. And this process, ooh wee, it's a process here. But it's when he shows you who you are and what you were created to be and the plans that he has for you, it is so amazing. Like once you develop that relationship with God, there's nothing anybody can do to turn you away. There is nothing anyone can give me. There's no material thing. There's no person. There's nothing that can turn you from that. And when you really sanctify yourself and really seek God and surrender to God and make Him the head of your life, man, it is amazing how things flow so smoothly. Like, I'm just thinking about everything with the counseling. Like I had no clue. I've never even desired, honestly, to be like a business owner. I was so content with being a classroom teacher forever and then retiring and having a retirement party in my retirement system. It was just like that's what I was okay with. And he completely shook that up. I was like, no, now you're a counselor. I'm like, what? So you want me to leave my insurance in my retirement and my nice cushy safe job and walk out on faith for real? And so it's amazing how once I admit that it's not me. It's not me. I don't have the I don't know anything about starting a business. I don't know anything about someone was asking me, do I want pictures? I'm like, do I? They're like, what's your logo? What's a logo? I don't know if I have a no, I don't have a logo. So my cousin's gonna get me together. But just that's mind blowing to me because I didn't think about any of that. And we sell ourselves short when you are walking with God and you're a child of God and you are truly striving to sanctify yourself and surrender to Him because it's a daily thing. Don't think that it's just easy, Yay, I get to sanctify myself. No, hearing things about yourself that's not so great. Him trying to prune you. That's not always an easy thing, but it's so worth it, man. And just watching how everything is flowing so smoothly. I people are just reaching out. Well, I want to make a T-shirt. Well, have at it. All right. What about your brand? I got a brand. I'm like, Jesus, we got brands now. All right. I didn't really know what that was. But, it's just recognizing that it's not you. When you are walking in His purpose for you and you're in God's will, He takes care of all of that. He's so faithful and He already has it worked out. We simply have to just walk in it. That's it. Every day. God, use me. How could, I turn this day over to you. God, use me. And I remember the other day, someone asked me to come and bless their home. And he was like, do it sooner than later. So I went that night. And it just had, it was a pretty good day. And I went that night at maybe like almost 9 and just praying with them and was there for a while and then went to another place and prayed with them. And I was just like, oh, God, thank you for choosing me to help someone else. If you can use the gifts that He's given you to bless other people, oh my God, that's a beautiful feeling. And then I left the second home And it's about 10:15. Now, I was simply thinking, I'm starving. I'm going to pass by McDonald's and give me a hamburger. And I'm going home to go to bed. He was like, now swing over here because this friend is struggling and needs to have prayer as well. So, and they were looking like, it's 10 something. You came over here to pray. Hey, if Jesus sent me, you better get this prayer. So it was just so awesome to me. Like, it just hit me like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It just blew me away. Like, there was no doubt, like, well, God, it's 10 o'clock. They probably see, no. It was, if you at home, I'm coming. If it was, you answer the phone, I'm coming. And it's how available are you? Are you ready for that? Because he needs it. He needs us to just do what we've been designed to do. He's already put it in us. It's just amazing how I looked at, even like start the YouTube channel. I didn't realize how many videos I had done until I started uploading. And I was just watching them like, you've been preparing me for this. And I didn't even recognize it. But you already have everything in you that you need to be awesome. Get in his will. Line up with him. Watch how easy things happen. It just flows. I don't have to grind. I don't know what grind even. No, I don't grind. You don't have to grind with him. You have to be obedient. I pray for wisdom, and he gives me those ideas that never cross my mind. So when I pray, the scripture, eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, he thought about it. It never entered into my little mind to have a logo, to have a brand. I'm like, I didn't want a YouTube channel. I was like, Facebook, I'm doing it. I'm on Facebook. He's like, that's nice. Moving, it's 2020, get more than Facebook. So yeah. But just knowing that you have everything you need. Stop making excuses. Stop doubting yourself. Recognize the calling on your life and walk in that thing. It's a beautiful thing to know that you are truly doing what you were called to do. Don't sell yourself short. Stop selling yourself short. I can't do that. Stop speaking against yourself. You pray and ask him and he'll tell you. He'll give you specific directions. Just get quiet and get that notebook ready to write. And it's just blowing my mind. Yesterday, I was doing my yard sale and cleaning the garage, and I got a phone call. And the phone call was from, the man was like, I bought a building. I just bought a building from you. I was like, you didn't buy a building from me. I don't know who you're talking about. And he was, it is you. You're Katrina, right? I'm like, but I didn't just sell you anything. No I don't own a building down there. And it was the old internship I did it closed in November. They saw my name. They called, and he was saying there was a lot of things left in the building. We started talking. He was like, oh my God, we need counselors and send me your card. I'm like, really, God? Like, you a bad guy. I was just sitting there like, but I was just blown away. Like, this man just out the blue, he called me. I had no idea how he got my information. He said, your name was on the board, so we called you. I'm like, oh, I haven't been down there since November. I don't keep in touch with anyone. Out of that huge building, he found my number and said he needed counseling. It just falls in your lap when you're in God's will. Things don't have to be hard. We don't have to struggle and have anxiety about the future. When you truly submit to him and turn it over, he completely shows out. He has all of that taken care of. The best thing God told me, trust me with the details. That who, what, when, where, how. Trust him with the details. I have a reminder set on my phone every morning to say, trust God with the details. Just to remind me, don't worry about any of that. He got it already worked. He's waiting on you to simply surrender to him. You don't know what you're doing without God. You don't. You think you have an idea? That's not the great idea that God has. Your idea is like right here. God idea is the sky. You're limited. Your thoughts are limited. He gives us that wisdom that, just takes off. But Get in his will. Walk in your purpose. Don't doubt yourself. Stop saying you can't do it. You can do it. You were created for such a time as this. It makes no sense. It makes no sense in our mind to just say, oh, I'm going to walk away from this job during the pandemic, unemployment rate all high. That doesn't make sense. That's truly a God led decision to walk away from that and to say, all right, I'm gonna be a counselor. I'm gonna go into counseling and I'm gonna be an independent contractor. That doesn't make sense. But when God is in it, when you're being led by God, when you're truly in your purpose and in God's will, it flows. And it is such a beautiful thing. The peace that I have, that being able to rest that night, really not worrying about the how, it's amazing. It is simply amazing. If you don't do anything else, you got to get to know him. You already have everything you need. You don't have a degree? That's nice. Okay. He don't need that either. He can still do it without that. You feel like, well, I don't really know about that, Eric. I've been feeling like I should start this business for the last 10 years. Start the business. Start lining things up. Pray and ask him, what should you be doing at this moment? Because when it's go time, be ready. Don't say, well, God, well, I didn't know you was going to do it that quick. No, be ready. When he tells you to do it, start doing it. Stop doubting. Stop questioning. Keep walking. Start moving. You don't have time to waste, because when he opens those doors, are you ready? You going to be ready? Be ready. It made no sense for me in my head. Why would I get an LLC right now when I can't be a licensed counselor for 2 more years? Why would I do that? Okay, God, but I'm going to go and register my business and get an LLC. I don't know why I'm getting an LLC. I had no idea I could even put my business on the card. I heard that I couldn't do that until I was licensed. You don't know. Just do what he's saying do. Obedience is it. Obedience, obedience, obedience. You already have everything you need. You're awesome. Oh, the plans that he has for you, don't sell yourself short. Don't settle. Don't compromise. Go for it. Stop doubting it. Stop overthinking it. It's not going to make sense to your natural mind. It's spiritual. Connect with God. See what he wants you to do. See how he wants to use you. And be available for him to use you. If I wasn't connected to him, those 3 individuals, I would have missed praying for them. You never know what God was doing through me. You got to be available. Walk in walk in it. And then tell people about how awesome it is to be with God. Don't forget to give him credit when you're doing that thing. He's just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Keep doing it. Just get started. Don't say, well, I'm going to do it next semester. No, do it this semester. If he's telling you to go back to school, go back to school. Pick up the phone tomorrow and call. Register online tonight if you need to. But do what he's asking you to do. Stop overthinking it. Stop trying to make it make sense. Miracles don't make sense. Let God be God. Just walk in his will. It is so worth it. It is sometimes you in your flesh and you don't want to do what he's asking you to do, but it's worth it. It's a whole new life. Some of us, I want a better life. I don't want to just live check to check. Well, you're not in God's will. You're not in his will. You're not surrendering your finance, your life to him. I don't want to have to worry about anything. God, I surrender it all to you. I don't know what I'm doing without you. I'm nothing without you. It's not my power. It's all God. He alone gets the glory. Turn it over to him. Stop being prideful and thinking you know. Your way is not the best way. It's not. I probably would have just been standing on the corner with a sign saying, hey, I'm a counselor. But he's given me wisdom and how to promote the business. God, close my eyes to things that aren't for me, things that are not in your will. But get to know him. Know what your purpose is. Ask him and then wait on those specific directions. Life is meant to be abundant. He wants to give you life and life more abundantly. It's amazing. Life is amazing. Get all that he has for you. And I'm not talking about the material stuff. That peace of mind is a beautiful, not worrying about where your next meal, your house note, your car note, your mortgage, when the roof on the place needs to be replaced and you need that deductible, that's due tomorrow. Ask me where it's coming from. Jesus, because I don't know. But am I worried about it? I was like, I'll see y'all tomorrow. It'll be there somewhere. So, not having to worry about that is priceless. You know, putting your children in his hands with all this going on with school, priceless. Not worrying about that and stressing about that, but trusting God, that anxiety goes away. He can take that depression away. Give it to him. Surrender. Stop thinking you can do it yourself. You can't. You can't. You weren't designed to do it by yourself. Let God do it. He has everything. He can handle the details without your help. Let him do it. Surrender. Submit to him. Stop downplaying and doubting yourself. Be the awesome person you were designed to be. All right. I'm looking at your Facebook pages and all that stuff. I'm seeing some people writing books and recording albums. I love it. Put it out there. Don't feel guilty when you're walking in your purpose and God is blessing you. Thank him openly so that people continue to have hope and know that if he's still God. He's still in control. He's still on the throne. He's still in the blessing business. He's taking care of his children. Talk to him. Get to know him. Surrender to him. Completely turn your life over to him. And it's a day-to-day walk. Sometimes hour by hour. God, all right, I'm struggling right now, but I'm still with you. God, you help me right now in this moment. You know, the song, Increase My Faith. God, increase my faith. But just know it's worth it. This walking in my purpose and the peace and the joy is priceless. All right, guys, I want to see all the wonderful things you all are going to do starting today, starting right now. Old things are passed away. All things are becoming new. It's a new day. It's a new you. Stop selling yourself short. Go for it.